Rest well, I hope?
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Let's put this world into space.
And we're back where we belong.
Airlock integrity looks good.
That's something you might be interested in. Something you need? Actually, yes, I do. Here you are. Maybe another time.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
You're human. Oh, clearly you're not. You're obviously human, but how are you here? We didn't know any others left Earth.
Imagine what's going through these poor people's minds right now. There's no reason to tease.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Beaumont.
Stay alert. Weapons.
You're human. Oh, we're human. From the planet Earth in the Sol System. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Imagine being cut off from humankind for that long. How terribly frightening that would be.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew. You've come aboard the Earth colony ship Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago. I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others. We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first. Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still as soon as we discovered them, we've... Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that. I have to say, with technology this outdated, I'm amazed this vessel is able to navigate at all. It's almost like walking through a museum.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? We suspect that our equipment is woefully... In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds. If anything, it may have Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children. Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't... Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessor... That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not Now, it makes little sense.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do. We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
I've lived my entire life in the coast. I'm not sure how else to.
Just stay out of trouble.
Just be quick. That sounds so familiar. Something from the history slates that I've read. Oh, I feel I should know who this person is, but somehow it's escaped my memory.
Really, that's ridiculous. I mean,
Never seen a ship like yours before.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting.
Hi there.
Keeping a 200-year-old ship running is no easy task. I was hoping to talk to... I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be... How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover... I knew it. It's... Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. And, I might add... Yes, of course. Anything... Many years ago, when I was a junior engineer, the reactor's computer burned out. The computer that controls the reactor's various regulators. I'll spare you the details, but when that happens, the ship and everyone on it is in danger of turning into a mess of hot slag. I had to jury-rig parts from old media devices to prevent a meltdown. And that's how I became the boss around here. Some may say I'm a master of keeping things together with nothing but duct tape and bubblegum. Well, if we had any gum left. Pretty sure that ran out 100 years ago. When I'm not dealing with catastrophic engine failures, I manage the other engineers. We maintain all the machinery, computers, you name it. We keep the life support on, and the ship flying. Ah, great question. I do not know for sure, but I can venture a guess. All of the reading I've done on the matter suggests that at the time, there was uncertainty that the technology would ever work, or if it did, that it would work at the scale we needed. So, I trust they made the decision to strike out when they did, fully believing it was the only way. Yes! So, Do people only live on naturally habitable planets? Are we in contact with alien species? I'm not surprised. The amount of energy it would take to terraform an entire planet seems improbable. I can assume these types of colonies are strictly for mining and gathering rare resources, since there are nearly limitless habitable planets to choose from out there. Haha! I knew it! Incredible! Even this ship was only possible by our family's bull... Disappointing. But I suggested that the most likely explanation for you was that humanity had... Thank you for taking the time. See you!
Wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
Captain Brackenridge says the future is bright.
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor. I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice. As chief historian, we're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 24. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, thus he constructed this colony ship to settle what's... We suspected that we may have been the only ones to... Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th. Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator. ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent... There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of... It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for... Ironically enough, that ship also reached what they thought was new land, and found it populated. As chief historian, You know where to find me if you ever want to know more. If you ask around, people will either tell you... There's more to it. Generations ago, it used... While I don't think my job is as important as captain, I run the educational programs. We try to have group sessions some... So yes, we historians are... Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't... Someone has to prove themselves either exceptional, but that rarely. I do. But there was a time where I thought my sister... But I grew to like my work. It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it. Thanks for saying so. Another time, then?
I'm glad you're not on lots of cool space. That would have been so cool. Just like in the old movies.
Miss Julia, I have a question. If there were animals on Earth, why aren't there any animals?
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Wow. Hi.
Hi there. Oh. Huh. Nice to meet you. And that's true, as you can...
Cool. I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, though. We were born into a universe where we Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect... I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes... So when that happens, mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. It works out for the most part, because... See you around.
There's so much more to learn about now.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
We got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
The concept is don't choose it. Hey.
I wonder what else is up.
It definitely takes a special type of person to live their entire life, birth to death, aboard a single ship traveling through space.
What a day! I'm looking forward to some... Oh, hi! Hello! Sorry, I'm a... Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Please do! People didn't know what to think. Then we hear some sort of People had all sort... Anyway, it's... Glad you asked! I coordinate cabin... It's a demanding job, but I try to keep both the kids and... We also have regular media nights where a historian... Oh, you must mean the Yiddish! See, we didn't think... It's a point of pride for our family. Me? I take care of people here. I live with my husband, Daisuke, no kids. Instead, I get to spend time with him. I may have had some. Don't be a stranger now. Oh, I've always wanted to say that.
And to think, all this time we thought we were alone.
Oh, wow, you're new? I guess I should introduce... Oh, well... Certainly not what I want to do. I mean, I hate this job, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm the cultivation manager. Fancy words for farmer and fertilizer collector. I didn't have a choice. Most people don't. You get a job, and that's it. Like, I'm great at what I do, but I would enjoy doing literally anything else. Meanwhile, my sister Julia, she gets to hang out with kids all day and watch movies. The kids I couldn't care less about, but she doesn't even care about Earth culture. Ugh! Oh my god, it's terrible. I don't know how my parents did it, knowing they would never, ever get to leave until they died. Every day, you see exactly the same things. The same people do the same job. It's all the same. All the time. Seriously, the only thing that kept me going was knowing that we were the generation who knew we'd finally get the hell out of here. Although now that we're here, nothing seems to be happening. Sometimes I wonder if my sister was the lucky one. Ah, so you've met her. No, not Julia. Julia and I were actually triplets with our sister Jen, but the ship ran out of one of her medications and she didn't make it. Sucks, but it is what it is. We only have so many supplies, we couldn't exactly get anything new along the way. Anyway, it happened a long time ago. I don't really feel that she's lucky. I'm just frustrated. Bye.
It's always nice to know it.
It definitely takes a special type of person to live their entire life, birth to death, aboard a single ship traveling through space.
I'm a doctor and a counselor. I assist my wife Lorelei in performing minor medical duties, but I also practice psychology and help maintain our crew's mental health. I know it must seem strange to you. I am not a captain, nor am I a security guard. But I was brought along for a very specific reason. The captain trusts me to de-escalate situations. Pardon me saying, but we did not know who you were or what your intents were. So, Captain Breckenridge wanted me to come along as a friendly face and keep the conversation amicable. I am glad that you were peaceful, and my role was as limited as it was. Thank you. Life on a colony ship has its ups and downs, as you can probably imagine. I tend to look on the bright side of things, however. To the best of our knowledge, we were on a critical mission, saving the human race from extinction. That notion was always with us, and it instilled a sense of pride and duty. Sure, the living quarters could be considered cramped, and we could go nowhere else. But we also had near endless time with friends and loved ones. I suppose as I get on in years, I have learned to appreciate that more than anything. The pleasure was mine.
I've lived my entire life in the constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers. We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Hey.
Hydroponics, of course. This must be how the colony ship kept itself fed over all these years in space.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships. Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting from here on out.
Just stay out of trouble.
You, Captain?
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Nice. Clean sep there.
have something for you when you have a moment.
Hey.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost tag. Not enough flight
Okay.
I've things for you. I'm listening. I thought you'd never. Time to go?
What
Hi
a
there.
nice day, huh?
I've got a lot on my plate right now, but I'm happy to help if you need it. Let me know if I'm able to help with anything. Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say. People were a little freaked out around here, understandably. But then, nothing happened. And we've been very careful not to alert the resort guests. Sure. Have fun in the shark tank.
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural...
Why are that here? What's the matter with you?
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Blom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront in a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs, that sort of thing.
Sounds good. I'll look into what that will cost us and we can circle back around to this.
Hello. I'll make some time for you, but keep it quick, yeah? Not quite. We just don't answer to the Freestar Collective or the United Colonies. Makes things easier. We don't pay any taxes. We don't need to follow their laws. All the bit. And no one minds, because half the politicians and other big shots love vacationing here. We, the Paradiso Group, bought the rights to this planet years ago with the intent of turning it into the biggest and best resort in the universe. To that end, I'd say we've succeeded. As such, no other leisure enterprises may operate on the planet without renting land from us. But as you can see, none can afford such a deal. No, of course not. There's several more. We're just the ones who show up day to day. The others spend their time lazing on the beach or gallivanting off-world. Doesn't bother me, though. Less cooks in the kitchen means I get to make all the big decisions around here. Seems to be working out for us just fine.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about.
Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some budgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene. Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will... Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the... No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance. And that's within your right. But as these... So, as much as I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and... We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter... I'm sorry, but you're going to need to... Right. Assuming they agree to the terms, I've got a list of resources you'll need to gather and bring back so we can support the new arrivals. We'll need to improve our lodging and infrastructure. Plus, don't care how you procure them, just make sure to bring...
Oh, how can we treat these people this way? They survived in space this long, only to end up as indentured servants. Oh, it's terrible.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso...
Just doing my part to make sure Paradiso...
No, I believe
remains
our
a
arrangement with the
paradise.
college... Go on now. Enjoy. Paradiso.
targets. We live on a starship, Cora. Pets and starships don't always mix up well.
Aw, come on, please. I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
Nice clean dock there.
Just stay out of trouble.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
We've got strict rules around here.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
No matter the outcome, I won't... What's the good word? That doesn't sound so bad. My crew will need to get used to working for a living anyway. This seems... agreeable. Is that all? I'm not sure what we can spare. That does seem reasonable. We won't, will we? At least, not all of it. I wonder what we could easily access for this transaction. Tell you what, talk to Daisuke, and he'll get you what we can spare. If you succeed, we'll see about finding some other ways to repay you as well. Thank you. Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made. Don't forget to tell of us in your travels.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do. Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take...
We've had to do our fair share of recycling. Oh yeah, she sent me a message. I have everything for you. Need anything else? Take care.
Wow, I've heard about you, but... oh, here you are.
I wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little...
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating?
Be happy to carry a few things for you. Okay. Crew accounted for. We are ready to depart.
Got a new assignment for me?
I'm glad to see you.
Hi.
enter the city.
If you don't see what you want, there is a bit more in the back. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
That was a pleasant change of scenery. Yes? Bring me anything useful? Talk to you later. Yeah, what is it? Feel free to drop some stuff into my bag. Goodbye.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke? Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis? Our ship is way bigger than that.
Dust off complete. Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it? Grab drive spinning clear. Systems green.
Docking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Well, then again, I haven't seen any ships. Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down trouble.
Now that you're here, I can find... Excellent. I'll have them stowed away for safekeeping. We'll bring them with us when we touch down on the surface. Is that everything now? Are we ready to head planet-side? Oh, righto. Oh, this is truly wonderful. I'll make an announcement to the crew straight away. If you would be so kind, we lost our landing shuttle years ago, so we'll need a ride down to the surface. Not all of us, mind you, just myself and a select few others. Will you do this for us? I'm not worried. I'm confident we'll be able to hire a shuttle to ferry us back. Sure, it may increase the debt we owe those people. Splendid. Oh, we'll see you on your ship then.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
Never seen a ship like yours before.
Wow, I feel honored to be among the first.
Just stay out of trouble.
To lift off when you are, Captain.
I'm excited to move to our new home. A little worried, but excited.
I hope there is still a significant How exciting it is to be the captain who finally brought us to our new home.
Have any new books for me?
And we're away.
incredible. The air... Oh, it's so...
It's hot.
I'm looking forward to making this... Oh my. Oh, it's almost too much. I could do without some of the terms of this agreement.
So this is what fresh air is like. I could get used to this.
I know Captain Brackenridge has essentially given... I hope you understand. It pays to take security seriously.
I did not believe in my lifetime that landing at our new home would be a possibility. Thank you.
Thank you again for making this all possible. Just think, if you hadn't had the courage to approach us when no one else would, we might still be stuck. First, we need to meet with the settlement's leadership and confirm the details of our arrangement. Once we take care of that business, we'll begin the process of shuttling the rest of our people. I'm confident that with a few adjustments, we'll be able to assimilate into... I'm not sure yet. For now, it will stay in orbit. Of course, it would be quite a shame to just... So I suppose it would do to seek an interest. Once again, thank you for your kind... You will always be welcome...
I'm not sure what to make of our new neighbors yet. I hope they remain amicable.
I hope your stay here is going well.
I asked one of the staff members if there was a Reliant office at the resort. Had no idea.
Ooh, this world's seen better days. I wonder if it's always looked like this.
Glad they have a
Welcome back.
chance here.
All right, lay it on. Mm-hmm. That's the stuff, all right.
Word of advice, steer clear of the doctor here. She really seems to have a problem with tourists for some reason.
This colony's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
one that helped on Altair too. This is Captain Young. Please acknowledge. Come on, don't leave us ground pounders hanging. It's nice to see you. Been busy risking your ass for total strangers, huh? We were furloughed on New Atlantis for some R&R. Just got our orders that we're shipping out. No idea exactly where. They're like treating us Marines like mushrooms an awful lot. Kept in the dark and you know the rest. How about you? You are one of the strangest creatures I've ever met. A veritable anomaly. Do I have to? Fine. Private Psy says hi. No more passing messages. Decorum, Marines. So, Command signed off on our unauthorized training mission. Sadly lost some men, but training accidents happen to the best of us. Captain Torres got promoted. Sent us a goodie basket. Most of it was confiscated by customs. But there was a keg of good Aquila City beer. We raised a glass in his honor. Actually, more than one. Command's not dumb. At the end of the day, a lot of space has died, and the Altair system is safer. That was our mandate. So what if we happen to trespass on Freestar Collective territory? Command's shipping us off to parts unknown. But would you accept a final parting gift? It's a nice thought, but the galaxy's a big place. A lot of good people owe you their lives. Maybe one day, some of us can return the favor. Young out.
And just what is on your mind at this moment?
Get up and get going. We've got the stars to explore.
I hope you're having a good day.
Starting landing procedure.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just...
Weapons look good, suit integrity normal. Hope this place is worth the trouble.
I should have known it. There's no hole deep enough, no rock desolate enough that Galbank won't find you in time. If you're here for payment, I've got none to give. Sold everything to retire comfortably, in obscurity. I spent my life trying to get ahead. No matter how much I tried, it never took. So these past few, I've just been barely scraping by. The marks keep getting younger, and my ship just keeps getting older. At a certain point, I knew the game was rigged. So I maxed out my limits and headed off. As you can see, I'm not looking to live a life in luxury, just a simple, quiet life. I believe you. Not that it matters. Listen, I won't go peaceful, and I can't pay you. So the way I see it is you have a choice. We fight and see who's lucky. Or dead. Or maybe you leave here. Say it was a bum lead. It happens from time to time. Give an old fellow a peaceful retirement. Well, I maxed out my credit limit. So, 10,000 credits. I mean, with all the interest payments I've made over the years, Galbank still made a profit off me. I could collect its credits over my debt.
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Can I help? Want to see what I'm carrying? Bye for now.
Enjoyed your stay here. Touchdown imminent.
Can't even imagine to tell you the number of inhospitable worlds like these that I've visited.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Well, yeah, not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since you were born.
What was it like?
Terrible, terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me, it's the worst.
Painful memories or not, it's good to be home.
Together we can really make a difference. I got the report. Here's your pay. Good luck out there. I mean it. We have to try every time someone skips out. Those are credits, or they could take a bite. I know it seems.
That can be arranged. Thanks again for the help. You see out.
Who's on this ball?
Pressure holding. Take cruise control.
Apogee complete. We're in orbit.
scan any promising leads?
struts primed. Retros firing.
I am here for you, should you need me.
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Wow. You are the soundest sleeper I've ever seen.
No wonder no one will work for you. My man is missing, and you're all just here, what? Waiting for him to wander back through the gate?
Mr. Halfton, our tribe don't have manpower.
And now half my crew thinks your little band of convicts is just waiting to drag us up and scrap us for organs.
Mr. Halftown, our security officer has been put into the infirmary trying to find your worker. We're doing everything we can. All I ask is that you and your crew be patient. You have nothing to fear from us convicts. We are handling it.
Then get it done. Or else we are going to have problems.
You have my word. I'm sorry, love, but the Elios retreat isn't taking new residents right now. We've had some issues. A missing person chief among them. But you're welcome to rest up and refuel here as long as you'd like. So long as there's no bounty hunter after you that's going to kick my brand new door off its hinges. Not yet, but it's certainly a risk, given the retreat's intended line of business. But I'm not about to send anyone packing who might just need a place to collect themselves. Well, at the moment, it's primarily a collection of shipping containers and unused construction materials. But the plan is to make this place into a growth and education residence for the galaxy's incarcerated. We'll offer job training and a support network for folks that otherwise just while away their days in prison just because they didn't have the credits to pay their own bounties. Get them all the tools they need to set up regular, boring lives like the rest of us. I know it can work. Have the notation to prove it. We did an 18-month pilot program before we started setting up shop here. We're happy to now call 2 of the participants employees of this very facility. They just needed some help getting their footing. And once this place is open, we're going to expand on that success. Well, thank you. Always striving to make my presence in the universe a net positive, but still got a lot of ground to cover. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to listen to me blabber. You're probably exhausted. Monica should have any supplies you might need. She's just out front of the main building. And our ship services tech is out near the landing pad if your vessel needs some tending to. And if you need anything else, or just want to talk, you come find me. That the truth? Because I can't say it's going to be easy work. Well, he was last seen a few days ago, so we don't think he could have... We sent our lone security officer to find him, but things... So if you're offering... You don't know how happy I am. First things first. You want to speak to... He was wounded searching for our worker, Mr. Killman's trail. He should be...
Look, if you're here making a delivery or something, that's good. My crew isn't lifting a finger until my man is found. Can't believe I bought into this place's crap reform program story. Because I'm not the one whose job it is to keep this place secure. I'm just the guy who thought I could trust the people giving us this job. I'm supposed to be the construction foreman. It's my job to make sure the Helios retreat gets built to whatever standard these folks want so they can run this reform program or whatever. But it's also my responsibility to make sure my crew can do their jobs safely, which sure as hell isn't the case right now with one of my people missing. So right now, I'm just waiting. Uh-huh.
This is beautiful. Why would someone build a... All this intricate work and impressive construction. It's ambitious, but still, so out of place in such a remote location.
Who are you? Can't the guy heal in peace? Sloan found someone else, huh? Well, hopefully, you'll have better luck than I did. I managed to turn up some tracks outside the facility. Bit of a hike, though. Not sure if they were Killman's, but Ixal's not exactly a bustling metropolis. There was a cave system I scanned nearby, but I got attacked before I could look any further. Next place I was planning to visit once I was on my feet again. I'd start there.
I thank you again for helping. Well, like I mentioned, the retreats are a modest attempt to, once we're open, we'll get them job training and a support. We're trying to do what we can to help. Some other time, man.
I'm sorry. Are you lost? Because if you're here to enroll someone, I'm afraid. And it's going to be a while before we're evaluating. This is... someday we hope for it. That, however, is feeling... Where do I begin? The most recent is that one of our construction workers has gone missing, which is what this retreat is going to be if we don't manage to find it. Oh, that's awfully kind of you. You know... Currently... But once we're open, should that day, we hope to have all most of our staff are formally incarcerated themselves. Oh, until next time then.
vegetable or mineral. Some sort over here. This is certain to make us both very happy indeed.
I'm not going back. Stay away. Oh God, please don't put me back in the bag. I'll do whatever you say, just please, not the bag.
You've got nothing to fear. We're here to help.
Oh, thank God. You don't know what that... Oh, come on, let's get out of here. You do know the way back, right?
Should we keep exploring through here, or no? Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore. I'll let you rummage through here. Whatever lives here might have something useful for us to find. I wonder what we'll stumble across next. I've visited planets with cave systems so extensive, you could get lost within them for years. Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
Mother of God, kid. What happened?
I was walking out, and someone threw a bag over my head. They took me... I don't know. It smelled like the inside of the first aid kit. I had to sleep on the steel floor and...
Which one of you crooks bagged him, huh?
Us? Why the hell would we do that? Waste of a perfectly good bag.
You're rambling, kid. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up. You smell like used welder's gear.
Mr. Halftown, I have some medical training. I'd be happy to...
You stay away from me. I want whoever kidnapped my man found and dealt with, understand? I don't care if it's one of your people or mine or a fucking ghost. Find them.
Of course. We'll do what we can. But...
I'm not interested in excuses. I need to know who did this. Just find my man's kidnapper now.
Thank you. Thank you. I never thought I'd be excited to see this place again.
I guess it might have been a bit naive for me to hope for a happy reconciliation, but you brought him back safe. That's what's important. Here, you have my sincerest thanks. But now, we've got a whole new thread to pull on. What are the chances I'd be able to convince you to help us find our kidnapper? Fine. I'm sure I can convince Nevin to trim some fat in the construction budget. Now, Mr. Kilman didn't seem to have a lot of information, but I caught at least 1 or 2 bits I think could help us find our kidnapper. I want to believe none of them would. But I've been around long enough to know how easy it is for someone to surprise you. So honestly, I don't know. But I think those hints Kilman mentioned about the kidnapper's refuge are the key to figuring it out. That's right. Not a lot of proper facilities like that in the area. Which makes me think there was a building we were evaluating as a possible site for the retreat not far from here. An old research outpost. Seems like a decent match for the description of our kidnapper's hideaway. Here, the facility's coordinates. Head out there and see what you can find. The facility's not terribly far, but I'll be around.
I'm so bored I can't get my mind.
I suppose I have time for a nap before we leave?
Right. Good to see you.
It is pleasing to speak with you.
nice long rest, eh? It's not something you might be interested in.
I always enjoy these moments.
I don't know about you, but it felt like it was a lot worse.
How's things for you? find anything useful? And there was a good reason that was locked. Got something for? Glad to haul whatever you need. Bye. see what you've got. Until later. I picked up something you might be interested in. I have something for you when you have a moment.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always fine. Kiosk.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Ranger.
If you don't see, there's a bit more in the back. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're finding everything. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
All this stuff is legit. You ask me, the real New Atlantis is down. Take your time. I got all day. You need something else, I'll be here.
I know your type.
Hello.
It's cliche. Even in the well, the
You won't
trade
find a better
authority
selection or more
continues to
reasonable
flourish.
prices anywhere.
Makes you sick, doesn't
Be
it?
my guest. Pleasure dealing with you. Hi there.
Jake's is a good place to meet contacts. He's got the right amount of booze.
I help out,
the
Henry.
right amount of-
Okay, then. Come on back.
No lawyer. Can't say I'll have what you need. Stay safe out there.
Welcome to Sun. Let's keep this just be.
When things at the lodge are too much, I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know, melt away for a while. Have things for you.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. Welcome to UC. Oh, well, certainly. Back to it, then.
Yeah? I'll only carry the good stuff. Just kidding. Bye-bye.
Welcome to UC Distribution. I hope we have what you need. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of... Oh, wait.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
I have things for you.
I'm listening. Have something for me? So long.
It's nice to see you.
shoot the breeze?
Always good to see a